Welcome, everybody. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you might be. I am CMC. That's MCKD over there, throwing hand signals. I don't know. He must be thinking he's Prince this week. Uh, that's MCKD over there. We are the Widiots, and this is the Wildcard Covers edition. A lot to get into today, so hit them with your shout outs, dude.
Well, we got a shout out to my mom. She's watching. She's clocked in here already. Shout out to the one that makes us smile, me smile, I should say. She, I believe, is watching for the first.
Dana makes me smile too, but for different reasons. So
Yeah, she said she'd be watching. Shout out to my Kendall crew, my goddaughter. Shout out, special shout out to the guy sleeping on my love seat right here, my dog Winchester. Tomorrow will be his 6th gotcha day. So,
Aww. Congrats, little buddy.
yeah, he's 6 years in. We went for a big walk today. We got a big shift down at the liquor store coming up tomorrow, so it's going to be a rabble rouser of a good time. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got right now.
Right on. Well, shout outs for me, obviously. Shout out to the one that makes me smile. Hi, Amber. I know you're watching at some point today. Even said she might put us on her TV. So, I mean,
Hey, wait a minute now. Whoa.
take her ease. Yeah, shout out to my cat Patch. His gotcha day was actually 9 years ago last month, when he was just a little guy hanging on the window like he was a Garfield decal. So, him's a good boy. He's sleeping on the back of the couch. Ain't gonna be seeing him tonight. Then, shout out to anybody and everybody who's chiming in tonight, hanging out with us, looking to have a good time. And shout out a good pair of boots. Just got a fresh pair of work boots in today from our in-company program. Did not have to pay a penny for the things, which is even better. Dare I say, once I get these broken in, I think they may be the most comfortable pair of steel toes I've ever worn in my life.
What brand are they?
Acer.
Like the computer company?
Yeah, same spelling. It's the weirdest damn thing.
Well, hey, I got a new pair of boots for Christmas. Dana took me out. She didn't get them to me, over Christmas because she wasn't sure what kind I got, sizing, all that. So we went out, stopped in at the shoe box, and I got a new pair of hunting boots, 400-gram Thinsulate Danners. I've never had Danners, but are they comfy, Corey? Ooh, they're comfy. They are good boots.
Yeah, definitely starting to trust the process on buying footwear at the very least online. It's not near as impossible as buying a shirt.
No.
Or fuck, even a pair of pants. Are you kidding me? Of course, us gentlemen don't have near as much to complain about when purchasing clothing online as our better halves do, but we do commiserate with you on those difficulties. That being said, anybody that's not into the NFL talk, probably just tune out for about the next 20 minutes and then come back. I'll give the high sign for you to come back or whatever. So
you guys stay right there. This is very important information. That's my 5 cents.
I mean, are you more likely to listen to me or listen to him?
I don't know. Oh wait,
there we go. Amber's weighing in already. All we want is standardized sizes and pockets, and yes, that is something that everybody should be looking for. I mean, pockets are fucking important.
Yeah, you gotta have pockets. I mean, I have sweatpants with pockets in them, like cargo sweats from Amazon. They're fantastic. Fantastic. My mom likes the pockets for sure.
Yeah, I mean, pockets are huge.
True that. True that. All right, Corey. NFL Week 18.
All right, buddy. It was a rough start for me, but kind of righted the ship toward the middle of play on Sunday. Wound up finishing with an 11-5 record on the week.
Fucking yeah, I forgot to go through them here. Let's see. Did Carolina beat Tampa? Yeah. No.
No, they did not.
But they still got in though. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Tampa Bay initiated the chaos theory.
Ooh, Saints did not win. Bengals did not. Jesus Christ, I'm not doing. Did the Vikings win?
Yeah, Vikings won.
Oh yeah, that game didn't even count though. Giants over Dallas. Yup. See, you got that one right.
Yep.
Yeah, one. Houston, Indy. Houston won that, right? Yeah, there we go. Buffalo won. Bears won.
Nope, Detroit won.
No, okay, good enough for me. Chargers. Well, yeah, they weren't going to win that game. Raiders. The Raiders won.
Raiders.
Yes.
And then they did a very Raiders thing after the game, which we will get to toward the end of the discussion here.
Well, we never should have fucking hired him. Eagles won. Nope.
No.
Steelers won. Okay.
Commanders beat the Eagles.
I got 9 and whatever else. How many losses? 1, 2.
Should have been 9-7.
9 and 7 it is. Not my best work. Not my best work.
Yeah, it was actually fairly fascinating, all things considered. I did like how midweek the degenerate gamblers, one of which I may or may not be, had an issue with the finish of the Packers-Vikings game because the Vikings were allegedly 13.5-point favorites.
Yep.
And they only won by 13 because Green Bay kicked that field goal with a second left.
Oh. Rigged.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go back to the beginning of December or September to when we predicted how each team was gonna do in the NFL during the regular season. Oh, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully I didn't blow out your speakers there. Yeah, felt that one coming. Anyhoozle. So we did go through and do a very, very extensive prediction of how the NFL regular season would go. I went through and added the actual finishes to my list to compare to how we predicted them. So I don't think you went as extensive as I did. I don't think you had records listed. I think you just had who was going to be in first place and who would get into the playoffs.
Yes, sir. That's what I did. Ooh, not good.
Okay, well, we're not going to go through the numbers, but we will go through the finishing order of each team compared to how we predicted them. Fair enough?
Yeah. We can do that.
All right, starting in the AFC East. Before the season started, I predicted Buffalo to be the division winner. And then nobody else from the division was going to get into the playoffs, but the rest of the lineup was going to be the Jets in a surprise, Miami to be middle of the road, and New England to still be not good. However, in a surprise to everybody, New England actually won the division and got the number 2 seed, which I predicted Buffalo would get. Buffalo actually finished with the record I predicted them to get, which is scarily on the nose. I did predict Buffalo to finish with a 12-5 record. That's what they ended with, and they got the wild card nod. Miami actually did finish in third place with one less win than I expected. And then The Jets just were the Jets.
No, I had them both. I had the Bills beating or winning the division. Pats. I couldn't find anybody else to make the playoffs in the AFC, but I'm glad I was wrong. So I got the 2 playoff teams right, but they were in the wrong order, and
Yep.
that's about it for that one.
For the AFC North, I had Baltimore with the 13-4 record and the 1 seed. Pittsburgh sneaking into the wild card with a 10-7 record. Cincy at 9-8. Cleveland at 6-11. That's not exactly how it happened. Pittsburgh got the 4 seed with the same record that I predicted them to have. Baltimore finished 8-9, Cincinnati 6-11, Cleveland 5-12. All not terrible.
Yeah, they didn't do anything right with this one because Joe Burrow got hurt, and the Bengals stupidly are keeping that coach. But hey, whatever. Yeah. There's nothing there I can claim. Not at all. Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns is how I had them listed, but rough.
Yep. Then I had for the South, I had Houston as the 4 seed and winning the division, followed by Tennessee, Indianapolis, and Jacksonville. Honestly, I couldn't have been any further off if I tried. Jacksonville finished with the 3 seed and a 13-4 record. Houston actually beat my record prediction by 1 game and took a wild card spot, followed by Indy, followed by Tennessee. I don't think you had Jacksonville winning the South either.
No, I had the Texans, but the Jags were second. But yeah, not much there to get excited about.
Nope. And then, yeah, I had high hopes for the AFC West. I had the Chiefs finishing first, followed by Denver, followed by the Chargers, followed by Vegas. Obviously, that did not happen. Denver wound up crushing the division, taking the number 1 seed. Chargers finished as a wild card. Kansas City had a spectacular collapse, and the Raiders were the Raiders.
Yes, sir. I had Chiefs Broncos making the playoffs. I'm glad that didn't happen. Broncos made it, obviously, but I do love me a KC collapse. Other than that, again, nothing exciting there. Hey, there's just Raiders finishing last. I mean, let's give it up for the number 1 overall pick next year.
Right. And hey, my AFC title game is still alive. Buffalo and Houston are in the playoffs. That does have a distinct possibility of happening, but we'll just have to see how things shake out there. Josh Allen does not have Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow to contend with, so.
But he's got Drake May.
Yeah, and that should frighten almost any man.
Yes.
All right, moving on to the NFC East.
Oof.
I think everybody and their brother probably had pegged Philly to win that division. I certainly picked them too, and I picked them to be the 2 seed, which they wound up being, which is kind of fun. But in my initial prediction, I had Washington taking second, followed by Dallas, followed by the Giants. Just flip Dallas and Washington, and that's the end of the season. The Giants were the Giants. Washington collapsed because Jaden Daniels got hurt, and Dallas was terrible. So,
yeah, Washington's also old as fuck, and I mean they got rid of God knows how many coaches already. I don't know if that team's even going to get back to what they were at last year. But
hard to say.
I had Eagles, Washington making the playoffs, Giants, Cowboys, but the Giants were the Giants, I guess.
Yeah, now on to the only division that I'm seeing here with a complete winning record this year, the NFC North. My initial prediction was that Detroit was going to take the division and the 1 seed, followed by Green Bay as the wild card, followed by Minnesota, followed by Chicago. Obviously, that did not happen. Chicago wound up winning the division and getting the 2 seed. Green Bay did wind up being the wild card. Minnesota finished with the record I said they were going to finish with, miraculously enough, 9-8. And then Detroit finished last in the division with a 9-8 record.
Yeah, I had Lions, Vikings, and Packers, so I fucked it all up, basically, kind of. But I'm all right with that. Give us a couple new teams in there. Bears, although I don't trust the Bears this weekend at all. But
Right, and we'll be getting to that next.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now to the worst division in the NFL, the NFC South. I had picked Tampa Bay to be the 4 seed, followed by Atlanta, followed by Carolina, followed by New Orleans, who I believe I had predicted to have the number 1 pick in the draft. Clearly, that did not happen. But Carolina took the division, followed by Tampa Bay, followed by Atlanta, all with matching 8-9 records, and New Orleans with their magical little run to end the year and a 6-11 record.
Yeah, I had the Bucks taking the division. They couldn't even fucking do that. Again, I was off the Bucks wagon here probably about the last 4 weeks. But yet they bringing back their head coach, which is a bad decision. But alas, yeah, there's nothing. Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, Saints. I can tell you for next year's prediction, it ain't gonna be that way. Holy fuck.
Yeah, probably not. Okay, so for the dare I say probably the best division in the entire league, the NFC West. My initial prediction went Rams winning it, followed by the 49ers, followed by Seattle, followed by Arizona. That did not happen. Surprise of the year, Seattle ran away with everything with a 14-3 record and the number 1 overall seed, followed by the Rams at 12-4 or 12-5, followed by San Francisco at 12-5, both earning wild card spots, and then Arizona being Arizona.
Yeah, ain't that the fucking truth? Yeah, I mean, I had the Rams win their division, then Seahawks, 49ers, Cardinals, but I'll take it. I didn't have either the Seahawks or the Niners making the playoffs because I picked everybody in the NFC North to make it. But
right. Yeah, and needless to say, my NFC title prediction is null and void, as I had Detroit taking on Tampa.
Oh fuck! Ooh, yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna be making some new predictions on that in the coming weeks.
Ooh, I did. I was on the Bucks as a sneaky Super Bowl contender. I said that multiple times, but I don't know. Once they started that nosedive and everybody got hurt and they fucking forgot how to score points, fuck it. I'm out. I can't.
Right.
Ugh.
Okay, well, on to this weekend's games. We have a wild card round to go through. I am predicting we have the games listed in the order of which they will be played. So we're starting with Saturday afternoon. We have the Rams traveling out to South Carolina to play the Panthers. The Rams are currently 10.5-point favorites. Give me the Rams all day, every day.
Yeah, this yeah, it's there ain't enough money in the world to make me pick Carolina on that one. There's just no way.
Next up, the Saturday night game, which will be featured on Amazon Prime. For anybody that wants to go outside and shout at the clouds about that one, feel free to.
I will.
We have Green Bay playing Chicago in Chicago. Green Bay is well rested. Chicago rolled over and played dead for Detroit last week. Give me Green Bay.
I don't trust the Bears to show up in a big game against the Packers. It hasn't happened.
Fun
I don't think.
stat: the Bears have not beaten the Packers in the playoffs since the Sunday after Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, I was going to say certainly not in this millennium. Um, I don't trust him now, although I do. I do trust Ben Johnson to do something. Um, Offensively, they can certainly score a shit ton of points on Green Bay. Certainly with the fucking corners that Green Bay has. Whether or not Caleb can tone it down and get accurate throws is a different story. But I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I would take the Packers if I had money to bet on. I would not bet on the Bears in any way, shape, or form in this game. And I want to. I want to say they're going to win by 30. I don't trust them.
But you're taking Green Bay anyway.
Yep, got to.
All right, first game Sunday, we have Jacksonville hosting Buffalo. This is a tough game for me to pick, but at the end of the day, Jacksonville is the hot ticket. So give me Jacksonville.
They are in fuego, as Dan Patrick used to say. Certainly between them and probably Seattle, one of the hotter teams over November, December going into the playoffs, which is very important. But as is my usual, you got to take those stepping stones. You can't just come out of nowhere in the playoffs for me. And then in the NFL, Buffalo's been there. They've won some big games. They've fucking lost some big games.
And then they cried and bitched the next offseason until rules got changed.
Yeah. I don't know who's going to win this game. I couldn't tell you one way or the other. I don't really even have hey, I want this team to win, because if Buffalo wins, they're not playing New England, and which I'm thankful for. I don't want to play Buffalo in the playoffs. And if Jacksonville wins, I guess the Pats would play them. Maybe I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know. If I had to put $5 on it just to win the game, I'd take Buffalo, just because Josh Allen's been there. I will find it fascinating, though, because we may get into it here in a couple minutes. There's a certain coach out there that is waiting until after Wildcard to make any sort of decisions. And I believe if Buffalo loses, they got to get a new coach, and that coach is going to be fucking John Harbaugh. So.
Yep. Okay, next game, we have the middle of the slate. We have San Francisco going out to Philadelphia. Philadelphia just, for whatever reason, somehow lucked their way into the playoffs. They have no identity. They just wound up being way better than everybody else in their division. And they're playing a very, very good San Francisco team that, despite the fact that their defense apparently has a case of the exploding ACLs and ankles, they're still freaking good. So give me San Francisco over Philadelphia. I don't think San Francisco goes much further than that, because this is a war of attrition at this point. So I think San Francisco wins, but they are done next week.
You're correct in all your analysis with San Fran. I just don't trust them to beat Philadelphia on the road, even though Phillies, you're correct. They don't have an identity. I don't think the players like the head coach, which is kind of weird. But San Francisco also is, I believe, worst at the NFL in getting to the quarterback. And so if Jalen Hurts has time, well, fuck, that's game over. San Fran is banged up, and they are very, very centric on two people on offense. And they do have some couple of, Juwan Jennings, Pearsall. I like them as weapons, but they don't really lean on them. They lean on George Kittle and McCaffrey. So if something happens to either of those guys, it's over. Philly's defense,
mainly if something happens to McCaffrey, they're screwed.
Yeah, and Philly's defense is still really fucking good. So
yeah, it is.
I'll take Philly.
All right, we have two that we disagree on. We have two more games to go. The nightcap on Sunday is going to be New England hosting the Los Angeles Chargers. Even though I have called for some road quote unquote upsets so far, this one's not going to be an upset. I'm taking New England by 1,000,000 over the Chargers.
Ooh, 1,000,000, Corey. Woo! No, I'm obviously taking the Pats. One thing that scares me, even though I think LA's two big tackles, who are all world tackles, are out. New England's right next to San Francisco. They don't get any pressure on the quarterback. So I'm a little concerned about that, but Herbert doesn't really have anyone to throw to, nor does he have a running back, although I think they just brought him back for the game or something like that. He's off IR now or something.
Yeah, he said he's going to play.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on over there. Harbaugh's going to have his guys prepared to play. I'm not worried about that. I think it'll be a good game. I just hope New England stays focused and simply scores more points than the other team.
Yep. And finally, we get to Monday night. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers going against the Houston Texans. As much as I would love to see Houston have a long, tough run in the playoffs, I don't think it's happening this time around. Give me Pittsburgh because it's not a Saturday game. And as good as CJ Stroud is, I don't see them doing it against this Pittsburgh defense because I said it last week. If Pittsburgh were to get in, this would be the best defense in the playoffs that Aaron Rodgers has ever played with.
Yeah, that could be. I mean, Houston's winning with the defense, so whether or not that's good for Pittsburgh, I don't know. They just laid an egg a couple weeks ago against fucking Cleveland and scored 3 points. Rodgers has no one to throw to, although DK Metcalf is back. This is a fucking total crapshoot, just like Jacksonville and Buffalo for me. I like to see Aaron win, but I don't know. It depends on, okay, so let's say New England wins and then Buffalo wins. Well, then we would play Houston or Pittsburgh. I don't know if necessarily if I want to do either of those as a New England Patriots fan, but I'll go Pittsburgh since it's at Pittsburgh, and hopefully Rodgers finds some sort of magic that, again, simply scores more points than the other team. I think this will be
all you need.
Yeah, I think this will be like a 17-10 game. Something.
Oh yeah,
stupid like that. But meh.
All right. Now, speaking of guys that are looking for new jobs, the NFL currently has 8 head coaching openings. 2 were decided mid-season when the Giants jettisoned Brian Daboll and Tennessee got rid of Brian Callahan, which I had to do some deep research because I couldn't even remember who the hell the head coach was for Tennessee at the beginning of the season. I don't even know who the interim coach was. Not important. As we both expected, Raheem Morris and Kevin Stefanski are gone. So Atlanta and Cleveland did the smart thing. I had 2 that were listed as a surprise. I was very surprised that Las Vegas gave up on Pete Carroll that quick. And I was incredibly more surprised when Baltimore got rid of John Harbaugh. Thought for sure that dude was set for life until he retired.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know what kind of angle they're going to go for there. I think, and as the days roll on, we haven't heard anything yet about it. But I watch a couple people's on YouTube's and I pay attention to it. I think we're going to find out that Lamar Jackson and Harbaugh did not get along. And I read that it stems from Lamar basically taking days off in practice. He won't even show up. He just come in the next day. Yeah, as a head coach, probably not going to be a fan of that.
Yeah, no, probably not. The other guys who lost their jobs were Jonathan Gannon with the Arizona Cardinals, which I certainly did not expect that, but it turns out I'll say it for you, Kev. Calm down, Beth. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, Beth, and we're going to keep on talking about football because guess what? The NFL draft is after when it's all over. We got draft. Stop it. Stop it.
And then, in a move that shouldn't surprise anyone, Mike McDaniel is gone from Miami.
Now he can go hang out at the hookah lounges down there. Jesus Christ, that guy is fit for a straight jacket, but he knows how to call offense, apparently.
Yeah, honestly, just talking about where some of these guys might go. I think Mike McDaniel is best suited as an offensive coordinator. I think there's going to be an opening in Detroit.
God.
And if he comes to Detroit under Dan Campbell,
could be interesting.
Yeah, then look the fuck out.
Yeah, none of these guys I don't think are going to be head coaches
and
again.
Jared Goff does not fall victim to concussions 13 times a year like Tua does. So McDaniel would have a consistent quarterback.
Yeah. I don't think any of them are going to be. I mean, Harbaugh and Stefanski will probably be head coaches right away again, but I don't think any of the other guys will.
Yeah, I think Stefanski's probably going to wind up at Tennessee.
Oh God!
I just cannot see him going to. I just can't see him going to Baltimore.
No, they say Giants, but there's also Harbaugh to Miami. But I read somewhere that Miami might be willing to let him pick his own GM, whereas other places won't. So
Miami already picked their GM.
Oh, they already did. Okay.
Yep, picked up the VP of football operations from the Packers today.
Oh, yeah. That's I heard. Okay. Yep. Okay. Well.
Yep. Signed that dude today.
But yet, the Packers drafting has been suspect at best.
It's actually been fairly decent the last few years. I mean, Jordan Love was a good pick despite how badly Ty Schmidt got pissed when they did pick him. I think that's going to wind up being a very, very good pick in the future. Matthew Golden just needs to get rotated in a little more, and he'll be good to go. Same thing happened with Devontae Adams. Devontae did not become the number one for like 3 years in Green Bay. So just a little patience. Golden will be good. But, okay, everybody, football talk is done. We are moving on to another subject. So get focused. Get focused.
No, they're all gone. They left.
Nah, they're coming back.
They're here. They didn't go anywhere. Okay. Like I said, season goes till first week of February, first weekend, and that's the Super Bowl. Is Jordan Love going to play in the next game? Yes, because they're not going to sit him out in the playoffs. Besides, do we want him to play? Hey, that's on you guys. Malik's been pretty good. He's going to go make $20 million a year next year somewhere. But so the schedule is, early February, the Super Bowl, right? Well, then guess what? We got fucking 2 months of draft talk.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be 2 months of draft talk. I'm not even looking at that shit. I ain't even looking at that shit till about 2 weeks out. We're talking WrestleMania season that coming February.
And the same ones out there bitching about football really love WrestleMania. That's what
I'm sure they do.
That's why we're here. That's why we're here.
Now, moving on.
Beth is out here hanging out with police chiefs and stuff. She's being all fancy.
Don't make me get the screaming goat out, Kev.
No, it's coming. It's coming. Beth was like CEO today.
Next topic. Get your thinking cap on, Kev. We need to talk about Florida man versus Midwest person.
All right.
Again, for anybody that is just joining us, welcome first. This is a segment where I grab two headlines, one from somewhere in the Midwest, one from Florida. I take out all the identifying markers, I read them off to Kevin, and I make him decide which headline comes from where based on his previous law enforcement experience? Yes, Amber. Clovis Jr. should be offensive to Clovis Sr.
Mm.
All right, first headline. Gonna make you think because all of this is very unhinged. Man dressed in red lace bra accused of hiding gun under prosthetic silicone breasts. That's the first headline. Second headline. Woman arrested for naked bloody rampage in a convenience store.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Boy. Either way could go either. I mean, boy. I'm going to say the bloody woman is Midwest.
Nailed it. Now, which state?
Oh, God. Yeah, how big were the prosthetics? This is what we got to get into here. The state, Midwest. I'm going to go Minnesota.
Minnesota had enough trouble this week. It was in Iowa.
Oh, I was going to say Iowa, too. Damn it.
Okay, so, for our naked, bloody woman in Iowa, you know what? I'm going to go for bonus points here, bud. Iowa's known for having couple, 2, 3 big convenience store chains that they are well known for housing. Which convenience store chain do you think this woman had her naked, bloody rampage?
Gotta be Casey's.
You got it. We're going to Mason City, Iowa.
Oh, shit. It fell off my little rest here. There we go.
All right. We are going to Mason City, Iowa. A woman has been arrested for an incident that forced a convenience store to close its doors. Sherry Ray Decker, 32 of Mason City, was picked up on Tuesday on an outstanding warrant for first-degree criminal mischief and assault causing bodily injury or mental illness. Law enforcement says Decker entered the Casey's General Store in the 800 block of North Federal in Mason City around 9:30 a.m. on December 19th, 2025. Court documents state Decker was nude and covered in blood. She allegedly knocked over a shelving unit, broke glass bottles, threw items at employees, covered multiple store items with blood, and slapped a man in the face, breaking his glasses and leaving him with a small cut. The investigators say the victim of the assault went to the hospital to be evaluated. Police say there was so much blood in the store that it had to close until a professional cleaning crew can be brought in at an estimated cost of up to $10,000. And now, finally, Decker is being held in the Cerro Gordo County Jail on how much bond? Price is Right rules.
250, 250K.
Lower.
100K.
Lower.
Oh, God. 50K?
Lower.
Jesus, I was must be this a whole hum judge, I guess. Holy hell. 20K.
$6,000.
Holy wow. Okay. I guess if you want to commit crimes, kids, Iowa's the place to go do it.
Evidently. I mean, holy shit. So we're going to give things a little bit of time to load up here on the Florida Man story. We are going to go to our favorite Florida county sheriff, Grady Judd. It happened in his county. All right, we go to Polk County, Florida. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, there it is. I was looking for my cursor. All right, Polk County, Florida. A Florida man landed behind bars after Polk County deputies say he had a gun hidden under prosthetic silicone breasts while he was trespassing at a construction site. Nothing says Florida like construction site trespassing. According to Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd, Matthew Zaccarino, 39 of Altamonte Springs, was sitting in a vehicle by himself at a construction site last month. When deputies approached him, they said he was wearing a red lace bra with prosthetic silicone breasts. Quote, then we notice he is wearing a G-string, showing off the boys, you know what I mean? Asked Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd.
Oh my God.
Judd went on to explain that it's hard to know how dangerous these situations are because, under the prosthesis, deputies found a gun. The sheriff said that Zaccarino claimed he was going to a costume party, but when deputies asked where the party was, they said he stopped talking. Quote, can you imagine? He's mad at us for trying to find out why he's wearing lace bras with guns and G-strings or G-somethings, Judd said. It was ugly. It was so ugly. Zaccarino was charged with armed trespassing with a firearm, loitering or prowling and resisting an officer without violence. There is no listed bond, but I'm going to just take a wild guess here and say that he's not leaving without giving up at least $10,000.
Well, they should be in a mental institution, at least for
Most likely would be.
yeah, at least for a little checkup. Holy shit! Whew. God dang, that's a hell of a party, though. Shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
Good lord.
Dude showing up dressed as a stripper.
No shit. Good lord. That is. Side note, last football note of the day. Under a minute to play in the college football semifinal. Indiana 35, Oregon 7. So.
Just as I expected.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. What's next?
Okay, it is spooky time. Now, I got a fun little story here from our friends at phantomsandmonsters.com. Lon Strickler always finds some good shit, and we found another one from Wisconsin. And this goes back to 1992, actually, from a person that's writing in. So, letter starts out with, hi, I live in Beloit, Wisconsin. Poor bastard.
Yeah.
This event took place on June 1st, 1992. At the time, my girlfriend, who later became my wife, and I were driving around on country roads in southern Wisconsin in the early morning hours. We had been drinking, but I want to clarify that we were not intoxicated and there were no drugs involved. Well, I mean, if you're a good Wisconsin drunk, I mean, anything below a 0.09 is technically not intoxicated.
Technically.
All of a sudden, the car I was driving... excuse me. All right, let me try that again. Good Lord. All of a sudden, the car I was driving accelerated on its own and became uncontrollable. The last thing I remember is us leaving the road and heading into a cornfield. I instinctively put my arm across my then-girlfriend's chest and told her to hang on. Come on, dude. You were scared and wanted to cop a feel. You can admit it. We're way past we are way past the statute of limitations on a titty grab.
Absolutely.
When we entered the cornfield, it was approximately 2:14 a.m. Central Standard Time. However, somehow that time has been imprinted in my mind. We finally came to a stop at least 400 yards off the road with the car wedged against a giant oak tree, only a foot away from it. When we regained consciousness, we were both confused and partially clothed. We did not enter the car that way. It was now daylight, and we looked at each other in astonishment. I got out of the car to gather my bearings. I analyzed how we ended up just a foot away from such a large oak tree and tried to retrace our path. To my bewilderment, there were no tire tracks or damage to the cornfield, even though we had traveled over 400 yards. The only damage to the car was a flat tire. To this day, I cannot locate the place where this happened. I tried to find it shortly after the incident, as I was very familiar with the area, but I couldn't figure it out. Uh, they go on to say that since I was 5 years old, I have seen unidentified crafts, so I am aware of what is happening. I have more experiences, and they never seem to end. I only provided information about the unknown vehicle's colors because the form required it. Okay, so that's the end of the story from somebody signing the letter as D. I'm going to look and see if there's any further analysis from Lon here. Typically, there is. That's a negative on the further analysis. So, I don't know. Did this guy and his girlfriend get abducted by ET? I mean, there's missing time. They don't know how they got in the cornfield.
Or did they just forget everything and they were just schnockered and woke up?
I mean, strong possibility.
I don't know.
I mean, nice cover story, dude, but
yeah, I don't know. This is very suspicious, very sus, as I like to say, as the kids say.
Yeah, I don't know where I sit on that one.
It's a little bit weird. Do you watch Mr. Ballin at all on YouTube?
Yeah, occasionally.
Yeah, Ballen. He's got some interesting ones in there. Yeah, he's got some cool ones.
Yeah, dude's a good storyteller.
Uh-oh. Amber says we know D, and it can't be just anyone.
You guys know any guys named D in Beloit?
Yeah, Amber knows who this is. That's about all we need to know.
Oh, I'm sure I'm going to be catching a phone call about that later.
I mean, would you be surprised if there were aliens in Beloit? Hell no.
Wouldn't be surprised one bit, but they'd be flying by with their doors locked.
Yeah. That's true. Look, Coley loves Mr. Ballin. See, Mr. Ballin's where it's at. That guy's legit.
Sure is. Great storyteller. Love his shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Man, unbelievable. What do we got next, Corey? Oh.
All right. Next up, we have our Mount Rushmore discussion.
It's going to be a good one.
And this week, it's going to be a good one. This is the Mount Rushmore of cover songs that are better than the originals.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hold on. Sarge has commented. I'm picking up what you're putting down there, brother. The guy sounds, with his memory recall, to be quite tenacious. D.
Could be, Sarge. Could be.
Yeah, Amber knows what's up.
Yeah. I mean, there ain't no doubt there. I mean, you know, the only other step, which is what I practice, is simply don't go to Beloit.
Yes. If I'm going to Illinois, I am driving around Beloit.
Yeah, just go right around it there. I used to drive with like my uncle, my dad, my mom, and my grandma before Wisconsin had lottery. So we're talking before, I think, 1986, 87. And we would have to go to South Beloit to buy lottery tickets for like the Powerball or whatever because Illinois
Holy
had the
shit.
lottery. Did it like once a week on Saturday or whatever.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure none of my relatives are listening live, but I want to say that back in the days when margarine was illegal in the state of Wisconsin, they would go down to Illinois to get margarine.
Oh, wow. Good Lord. Damn, for margarine, huh? Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that was in the Oleo days. Look that shit up. That's a fascinating thing.
Oleo days. Oh my god.
And Sarge says he bought a car in Beloit once, had to bring his own tires and wheels.
That is probably pretty accurate. That's probably fact.
Yeah, I don't doubt that one bit.
Oh my god. Dana has just texted me good night. She is off to bed.
Well, all right. Well, enjoy the rest of the show when you wake up.
Yep, she'll be listening. She'll be listening.
She'll be getting to the good part when she gets up.
Yep. She saved the best for last, or last for best, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I don't know. It's one of those. I mean, I'd say whatever the kids say nowadays. 6'7".
Yeah.
6'7". It's fine.
6'7".
6'7". All right. Remake songs, good ones. You want to go start us off, or you want me to?
Yeah, I'll start us off. My number 4 on the Mount Rushmore of cover songs that are better than the originals, I'm taking Boba Flex's version of The Sound of Silence, originally done, of course, by Simon and Garfunkel.
Solid tune. I listened to it since I mentioned the Disturbed version last week, and you and Scully said Boba Flex was better. I concur. It's way more rocky. It's more my style ish. They're both very good. They're both would be in my honorable mentions. I don't have anything written down here because I am sure that we are both going to. At least I know I will. We're probably going to miss a laundry list of ones that could have been honorable mention or wherever.
My honorable mentions list is written down, and it is indeed a laundry list.
Yeah,
So.
there's just too many for me to write down, so I stuck with the 4. And the 4 is one that I don't listen to often, but I've heard it enough. And it's the Clash. I fought the law, but the law won.
Ooh, I hadn't thought of that one.
Yeah, it's a little bit faster than the old. I believe it was Bobby Darin. And my mom is questioning if I have style, and of course I do. I mean,
everybody should question that.
No, I mean, I am a fashion icon. Okay, a fashion guru, if you will. The Clash.
Yeah, and I'm a global icon and a national treasure.
Yep, it's a little bit punk rock to that song, and I think it's I like both versions of it, the old and the Clashes, but I saw that on a list I was looking at. I'm like, you know what, I really like that song, so it's my number 4.
All right, my number 3 takes us to another modern rock remake of definitely what I think to be a classic song. And I'm talking about Non-Point's version of In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. It was heavily featured on the Miami Vice movie soundtrack. And honestly, I feel like it is a superior version to Phil Collins' version. The only thing that carries the Phil Collins version is the little do-do-do-do-do-do, right in the middle there.
I like both versions. I might be a little bit more partial to Phil Collins because I love Genesis, and Phil's got some good solo stuff too. But like Non-Point, good band. I like that version. I can go either way with either of them. I guess it's kind of like a lot of them, maybe. Whereas you get one version of it and then you hear another one and they're pretty different, and you're like, okay, we got stuff going in both that could be good. So good choice. Good choice. My number 3 is one that I mentioned last week, and that is Through Fire. Listen to Your Heart. OG rock set. I would say anyone who has not heard that song needs to go listen to it right after this show. It's again, it's a pretty different version than what Roxette has, but it's really fucking good. The sound is awesome.
Yeah,
Sound
I'm
is
pretty
awesome.
sure I've heard that one, and I concur. Very good.
Mhm.
My number 2 is a song that I don't think a lot of people realize is a cover. The original was done by Dolly Parton. I am talking about I Will Always Love You,
Mhm.
as done by Whitney Houston.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep.
And I was just having this discussion with Amber before we went on the air tonight. She said that to her, despite the fact that Dolly Parton is definitely a national treasure and probably an absolute sweetheart in person, her voice is probably a bit too tinny for certain songs, and Whitney Houston kind of took this one and brought it to another level.
Yeah, good old Whitney and Celine. They can probably do just about it. And of course, Ann Wilson from Heart.
Yes.
Ann Wilson from Heart. I'll fight you. I'll throw hands. If anybody wants to talk about Mount Rushmore as a female singers, if she ain't on there, we got problems. Anyway, yeah, that's a good one. That is one. That one is like every list I saw when you Google it. That is at least in the top 5.
Oh, yeah.
At least in the top 5. Um,
Yeah, I saw it in numerous top fives, and honestly, not surprised.
No, no. Facebook friend Christine says Dolly wrote that song, so Dolly is making plenty off of that
Oh,
song
hell yeah.
alone. Oh, good lord. My number 2 is a song that's probably been covered by a good amount. At least I know Poison did it. I can't remember off the top of my head who the original artist is because I didn't look because I love this fucking version. It's Rob Zombie. We're an American band.
Ooh.
That is a fucking great song.
Yep. I think it was Grand Funk Railroad that did the
Yeah,
original.
I was gonna say it's something like Thin Lizzy or some shit like that, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
think it was
not
Grand
that.
Funk Railroad.
Yeah, that is a killer version of that fucking song. I mean, it it would have been my number 1, but my number 1, I just couldn't say no. I couldn't say no, but I listened to that song like over and over a lot. That is such a fucking awesome version of it. But just heavy rock, changes up the lyrics a little bit. Um, oh, great song. And again, anybody out there who hasn't heard it and you want to hear some good stuff, go listen. Rob Zombie, We're an American Band.
All right, my number 1 is a cover that was so good that the original singer of the song said that it is no longer his song. It is now the guy who covered it. I'm talking about Hurt by Johnny Cash, originally done
Ooh,
by Nine Inch Nails.
yes, yes, absolute good call. That one would probably be in my honorable mentions. Um, but yeah, Johnny killed that one.
Oh yeah. It was so
Yeah.
good Trent Reznor said, "You know what? We don't even need to do this song anymore. Johnny did it good, and it can stay there."
Yeah, I like both. The Nine Inch Nails one is just a little bit too weirdish slash slow for me, whereas Johnny just adds a little bit more probably emotion maybe to it.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely the little twangy twang stuff. Like I like it. I like that's a damn good song. Damn good song. Corey's number 1. All right, all right.
What's your
And
number 1 there, bud?
I was sitting here just dinking around with it, and this was not on any list or anything. And it literally, I think once I thought of the Rob Zombie This one like popped in my head, and I'm very certain most everyone here who is watching has seen the movie. And the song that is played when Ricky the Wild Thing Vaughn comes out of the fucking bullpen.
Yes! Wild Thing by X.
It's fucking Wild Thing by Sam Kinison, and it's a fucking legendary song.
Now, there are a couple avenues we can go with this, because the version that played Ricky Vaughn out was actually done by a band called X, which came out a couple of years before the Sam Kinison cover.
I mean, same concept. Concept.
Yeah.
They're both so fucking like rocky, and then the original's just like Wild Thing.
Yeah.
The Trogs or whoever the fuck it was.
It was the Trogs.
Yeah. So no, I don't even. The X Sam Kinison, give me with it. I wrote down the Sam Kinison song because I just love the way he fucking he's just.
God, that video was fucking awesome.
The video is awesome. Oh God, you just can't.
First of all, when you watch the video, you're focusing on Sam the entire time. The first time round.
Yep.
And as you're watching, you're like, wow, that guy looks familiar. That guy looks familiar. What the fuck is going on here? You got to watch it again because it's a parade of 80s hair metal legend guitar players working their way through. And I'm pretty sure, I want to say it was maybe Richie Sambora's definitely in there. Maybe Slash.
Is Mick Mars?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, what a great song.
Yeah, that would definitely hit my honorable mentions, and my honorable mentions list is quite extensive. So I'll just go from the bottom to the top because a few of these are ones that I've already mentioned like last week.
Mm-hmm.
So starting from the bottom, again, I got to put it out there. The Steel Panther cover of "I Want It That Way," probably one of the best covers of all time. I wouldn't put it on the top 4, but it's definitely in my top 10. And if you haven't listened to that yet, you absolutely fucking need to. Next up, I have "Smooth Criminal" by Alien Ant Farm. I would argue it blows the Michael Jackson version out of the water.
Solid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then I've also got down here, originally done by David Bowie. This was covered by Nirvana during the Unplugged concert, "The Man Who Sold the World."
Mm-hmm.
They did a lot of covers on that during that concert because MTV just wanted them to play the hits, and Kurt Cobain was like, "Fuck that, we're doing covers." Next up, I've got. Oh yeah, I just saw what Scully said. I would agree. That's a good one. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the original by Cranberries, but
the good old Cranberries. Dolores O'Riordan. I don't know how to spell her name. God rest her soul.
But yeah, that is a good call, Scully. I like it.
Yeah, Bad Wolves. Yeah, that's a good song.
I also have Weezer's version of "Africa" by Toto.
God, I don't know if I've heard that one. I saw that on a list, but I don't know if I've actually heard it.
Yeah, give it a listen. It's good. Next up, I have Faith No More doing "War Pigs" by Black Sabbath.
I don't know. I don't know if I've heard that one either.
Dude, you got. If you listen to any of my recommendations this week, that's the one.
Okay.
I mean, that and "I Want It That Way" by Steel Panther because it's fucking Steel Panther. And last on my honorable mention list is Orgy doing "Blue Monday" by New Order.
Yeah, that one was big there for a while.
Yeah, I mean that was when a lot of good shit was coming out and kind of like that weird corner of rock and roll, because about that same time, Gramercy Park by fuck, the name of the band escapes me, but the song is Gramercy Park. Fucking good. The lead singer in that band, I think, is like one of Cher's kids.
Oh God,
Yeah,
Deadsy.
that's it. Yeah, I
Dead.
want to say Cher is the lead singer's mom.
Oh yeah, it's from her kid with Greg Allman. Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Sarge came in and said that that version of War Pigs is awesome. Scully also comes in to say that Metallica totally tore the shit out of Bob Seger with Turn the Page. I would agree.
I think it's better. I don't like either song, to be honest. I think Metallica's better than the Bob Seger. It's just too slow for me. It's just not.
Yeah, I could have seen the Metallica version being a entrance theme for the Four Horsemen.
Absolutely. Here I am. Yeah.
All right. Well, while everybody else is putting out their list or their favorite cover songs, Kev, I think it's time for you to tell me a fact that sounds like bullshit.
Oh, it just so happens I have a book that is entitled True Facts That Sound Like Bullshit. Excuse me, while I go to fact numero, I believe we're on 3, Corey.
And then while he's reading that, folks, get your questions in. We are doing Ask the WIdiots, almost anything, right after this. Oh, welcome to the party, Liz.
Oh, Liz is joining us. She's here. She's here. Okay. I'm deciding whether I'm going to twist this or just give it to you straight, Corey. Here we go. Tell me if you think this is true or not. In Alaska, killer whales, or orcas, have been known to prey on deer that decide to take a dip in the water.
That is true, and I'll tell you why. The one of the top predators of moose are killer whales.
I will believe your fact about the moose because it's not written in my handy dandy little notebook here. But you are correct. It does say that they do that. And, little side note, some have even been known to regurgitate fish onto the surface of the water to lure in seagulls, too.
Yep. They're
Whoa.
fucking smart, dude.
Whoa. My mind is blown. I mean,
and on top of that, they also play with their food as they will toss dead seals around. And they've also been known to wear dead salmon on their heads like hats.
I mean, I don't want to cross them.
Yeah, do not fuck with whales.
No, not the killer kind. No, I'm not doing it. I'm going to go hang out with the dolphins. Piss on it. So that's when you guys are watching Jeopardy and there's these clues come on that you hear about on this show, you're gonna know. Boom, $2,000, true daily double. Make it a true daily double, Alex. Even though it's Ken now.
Fantastic host, by the way.
He's doing his best. He is doing his best. That is for sure.
Oh, hell, I should have mixed that a little better.
Oh, no, you get it strong. All right, where's Beth? Where's Beth's, number one remade song? Like what's she doing? Crying out loud. Scully's coming in with a few. Christine, Facebook friend Christine what'd she say last week about which song was that? Fuck, I can't remember.
Shit, I didn't write it down.
Oh, something with Celine Dion by Eric Carmen.
Oh, Door at 11 Steps has returned. And I think we both know who that might be. And then... Oh, I'm going to get to Amber's comment first because I think it's hilarious. Fuck Ken, but he's still better than Maim Bialik.
No. Correct. Correct on that one, Amber. They had some doozies in there.
Christine jumps in and says it was the Toto one that she was talking about.
But she did say something about the Celine because Eric Carmen's my man.
Yep. She also pointed that out.
Okay, let's see.
Now, I'm going to get back up here to Door at 11 Steps, which is our good friend, who shall remain nameless, even though we know he's watching. Yeah, you know who it is. All right. If you had to choose one of the following to direct the remainder of your life with the potential for sequels, would it be Clint Eastwood, Wes Anderson, Robert Eggers, or David Cronenberg?
My answer is easy. It's Clint Eastwood. Done. Wes Anderson's too weird for me, and quite frankly, I don't even know who the last two are, but it's Eastwood for me. It's Eastwood with plus all Eastwood does is win Oscars and get major awards for all his stuff. I'm cool with that. Wes Anderson, I get it. It's just too weird for me. It's too weird for me. Like I watch one of his movies and I might laugh for like 5 minutes and that's it. But give me Eastwood.
For me, I have heard of David Cronenberg. I do like Clint Eastwood. Have not heard of Robert Eggers, but if you had to ask me, give me Wes Anderson. I'm a weird son of a bitch. Give me the weird.
He'll certainly give it to you. That's for damn sure.
And I think that may have just earned me points. So I'm just waiting for the confirming comment.
Okay, so Cronenberg is in the body horror genre.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, okay. And then who's that other guy?
Robert Eggers.
It sounds like that Freddy Krueger, but that's Robert Eklund. Let's see who Robert Eggers is here. The Witch, The Lighthouse, The Northman. He's only 42, so he's a young guy. Horror, folklore, and mythology. Okay. Oh, and he did Nosferatu. Okay.
Oh, shit. All right.
All right. I mean, he would probably be like my second then, since I don't know him. But I think like giving this young guy the opportunity to do his thing, I'm in.
All right. Well, it's not quite the confirming comment I was looking for, but pretty darn close. Amber says Wes Anderson is not about laughing; it's about surrealistic.
It's about turning it the fuck off. Which one did I? The fucking that Steve Zissou one, right? Was that him?
Maybe.
I don't know. I can't. I tried.
All right. Scully comes back with one that I think you can probably handle a little better. Who is the better boy band? Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
Not even close, Backstreet Boys.
Even though I love Joey Fatone and Justin Timberlake, give me Backstreet Boys.
I mean, most importantly, they had a member named Kevin, so check. Yeah, the Life Aquatic was Steve. I tried. I can't do it. Yeah, the Royal Tenenbaums I've seen that one.
I got points.
I saw that. Yeah, Did he have anything to do with what's Rushmore? Or is that a different dude?
That's somebody else. I
Okay.
think.
I saw the two, like, okay, cool. If people like them, I got no problem. I just can't do it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But Backstreet Boys, not only just give it to them, man. They just got a better song library. I mean, it's just there.
Amber says that Joey Fatone is a weird one to like. Well, I'm going to give you the answer why. Um, After Joe Gatto left the Impractical Jokers, who stepped in more often than not? Joey Fatone as the fourth. And that
Joey.
man will do and that dude will do some punishments.
The,
Also, he is the announcing voice for the Steve Harvey version of Family Feud.
oh God, why would he need to do that?
Dude's gonna be picking shit out.
Yeah, might as well shit. You don't even have to do nothing. Just say names. Here's a check. All right, cool. We did do Rushmore.
Oh shit.
Mount Rushmore Backstreet Boys songs. Oh boy.
I'm gonna tell you what my number one is for that Mount Rushmore. I want it that way.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be up there for sure. I
It's the
am
only
I
one, it's the only one I know word for word.
I have a breadth of knowledge when it comes to Backstreet Boys songs and which ones are good and which ones are bad. Oh, except that last album. What was it? Incomplete or something? I think there was one good song on there.
I think so, yeah.
Um, God, the Mount Rushmore Backstreet Boys song. Whew.
I mean, that's the one we could probably hit as a secondary one. That's not
Yeah.
exactly being event material.
You never know. I mean, if they come back, Corey, I mean, at least we have more options than if it were like Mount Rushmore of Hanson songs. Because then there's only three
Right.
fucking songs anyway.
And everybody's number one is obviously Mbop.
It has to be. It has to be. Has to be.
And I'm not digging into the vast discography of that band.
Nope, because there's only one. One you need to know about anyway.
Right. All right. Anybody else with questions?
It looks like Beth has perished.
Well, we'll sound the goat for that one.
Yep. Oh no, Beth is alive. She is alive. She just doesn't have any.
She heard my call.
She doesn't have any covers, just songs that she likes.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Unreal.
All right. Scully comes with the hard questions. What's the biggest accomplishment you are most proud of?
Oh. Beth named them all last week. Beth, we're not going to remember. But thank you for naming them all last week. Biggest accomplishment? Fuck, I don't know.
That you're most proud of.
That's too serious of a question. Pass. I don't know. Fuck.
I mean, biggest one to date, I could say, is not being arrested.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that could certainly be it.
All right, well, maybe this one will tickle your fancy a little. Amber asks, how would you dispose of a dead body?
Jesus Christ. Well, I hope I wouldn't have to worry about that. I mean, I wouldn't have the foggiest on what to do with that. Jesus Christ.
Well, as somebody who has watched shows on ID Network,
Oh, yeah.
I do understand that pigs enjoy a lot of different foods.
Yeah. Yep.
So, nearest pig farm, let them rip.
Yeah. Why not? If it's an option, you might as well. I mean,
Full disclosure, I'm not going to do that. Because despite my appearance, I am not a serial killer.
nor is he a pig farmer, folks.
Nor am I a pig farmer.
So,
I mean, Facebook friend Christine says quickly.
yeah, how do you do it quickly? I don't know. Country Road USA, just throw her down there. Who the hell knows? Who knows? Oof.
Oh, here we go. If you were ever to be arrested, what most likely would be the charge?
Probably fucking DC, since it's like, the simplest thing you can get charged for nowadays. Um,
For me, probably felony speeding.
felony speed. What a way to get arrested for your first time.
I know, right?
Felony speeding. Oh, Amber says the pigs don't eat the teeth, Corey. Are we sure of that? Is that on ID Network too?
Well, I mean, if the teeth are the only thing left behind, as long as you didn't touch the teeth.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
I don't know. I've never had to unalive somebody.
Yeah, we don't, yeah. Yes, she speaks the truth. Oh, Beth knows.
Beth knows.
That's suspicious right there, Beth. We're on to you.
And Scully, apparently, his would be lewd and lascivious conduct.
I mean, you might as well.
Oh, lewd and lascivious for you.
You never know. Would they up me to lewd and lascivious or just DC to make it stick? That's who knows. Good Lord.
Oh, Liz says that it still wouldn't work for the teeth.
Yeah.
And Amber says, I don't know why that's a thing I know. It's because you're too smart for your own good, kid.
Or does she watch a lot of IDTV too?
No, she's exclusively streaming, so I don't know what the hell she watches.
They probably got more than everything.
Well, I do know that her comfort show is Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so.
Okay. Andy Samberg.
Yep. And Liz is correct. Knowledge is power.
The more you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
That's true.
Oh, here we go. This ought to be good. Scully asks, what movie would best describe you as a person?
What's Eating Gilbert Grape? As I were Leonardo DiCaprio.
Doesn't he die in that one?
I don't know. I got best describe me as a person. Oh boy, Dumb and Dumber. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Remember the Titans. I'm just naming movies that I like. Police Academy. Pee-wee's
well,
Big.
none of them lasted as cops either, so.
Exactly. Boom. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I mean, I didn't have a cool bike like Pee-wee, but.
For me, Now, this is a tough call. Well, kind of a tough call. I feel like probably Super Troopers might be up there just based on the brand of humor. That's about where I'm at.
Yeah. Yeah,
And if I were a state trooper, that would absolutely be me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I mean, if you want to grind it down into television characters that best describe me as a person, you would go no further than Dale Gribble for me.
Dale Boomhauer. Yeah. Kramer, Seinfeld, right?
Yeah, speaking strictly Kramer, not Michael Richards as a person.
No, just Kenny Kramer. Kenny Kramer.
All
God,
right. All right.
line. Gran Torino. Nobody wants to be the old man Grouch.
Well, not until I'm actually an old man, which ain't going to be for another 30 years,
Yeah.
if not more, if I last that long, which I should. Longevity is a thing in this family, so I will be here to annoy you all until I am well past 100.
Damn. Corey's predicting 100. Woo.
I mean, Grandma almost made it. Great Grandma damn near made it.
Jesus.
My grandfather on my dad or on my mom's side damn near made it to a hundo. So, I mean, it's there.
Yes, sir, Bob.
All right. Any more questions for the Widiots?
Yeah, what do we got?
Think we got a little more time here before we give a little preview of next week.
Ooh, what's next?
I suppose we could probably get into it a little bit while we're waiting for another question here. So next week, we'll go over the results of Wildcard Weekend. We'll see if any NFL teams hastily hired a coach or hastily fired a coach after getting bounced. We will get right back into Florida man versus Midwest person. We will get into some spooky talk. The Mount Rushmore discussion is yet to be determined. We will have more facts that sound like bullshit. And more Ask the Widiots almost anything. And I think we might be doing the return of taste test because I remembered I still have a couple flavors of Good Boy that I still have to check out. So we're gonna hit that up. All right. Scully has another question. What is your favorite choice of caliber of firearm?
Oh, give me the old 30-06 because I know what I'm doing with it, and that means I'm out in the woods gun season for deer, probably. Love my odd 6. 180 grain though. We ain't pussyfooting around with the 150s around this part of the neck of the woods. 180 grain.
Yeah, depends on the situation, but if we're in a deer hunting situation, I prefer the 243. A little bit less kick. I'm kind of a wuss when it comes to that. And as far as for target shooting, give me 9mm. As most good pistols, they come in 9mm. So perfectly good for a range day.
You need to get up there and upgrade yourself to a 270, Corey. A little bit more killing.
On the rifle?
Yeah.
I think I do have a 270 laying around that may have been the last one I had used, but my trusty one would be the 243. Those were my weapons of choice when I did hunt deer. But now that I have a better record of getting deer with a vehicle versus getting deer with a gun, why not just hit them with a fucking vehicle? Then
Might
they're
as,
already pre-tenderized.
might as well. Yeah, don't even have to worry about it.
Then you can just get your back straps, your bacon, your burger, and you're good to go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Maybe get a couple steaks made if the deer's big enough, but
I mean,
and Scully comes with his last question of the evening. What is your deepest fear?
well, I don't really enjoy heights over 16 feet. I am not a fan of flying, but those are, well, I don't know if anybody likes either of them. Who knows? Deepest fear? I don't know. I those two, but that's more like I think anybody could say those. I don't know if there's anything like in depth. I don't know. What about you?
Drowning.
Yeah. Yeah, that won't be good.
And I've got a fun theory about that if you want to hear that.
We do.
All right, so this might get into some of the woo-woo talk, but you guys are here for it, so fuck it, we're doing it. I do have a certain belief on past lives. I do think that we have been here multiple times. Same soul, different forms over the course of time. Mostly because, as scientists say, energy cannot be destroyed. So it has to keep coming back in some form. For me, I think that my current fear of drowning probably stems back to at least 1 to 2 past lives. I do believe I have drowned in at least 2 past lives. Maybe have gotten poked by a very sharp thing another time. So I do have a fear of being stabbed. But yeah, I think it all stems back to your past lives as what you're afraid of.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Amber says 16 feet's an oddly specific number. You
I
are
was
correct.
gonna say that too.
You are correct.
That too. Yeah,
I
of course I want to know why.
Every tree stand that I have on my property is 16 feet or under. I have tried 18 feet and it does not compute with my brain. So 16 feet, I know, is my limit. That's the answer.
What if it's 17 feet?
No, it ain't. They don't make no 17s. It's always 18. Then they got these cocksuckers that are 22 feet up. Yeah, I know. I don't need that. Scully knows. Deer stand
Yeah.
type.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else have questions, or are we going to be closing up shop here? Because Scully just said he's done with questions for the evening.
Goodness gracious. 42-15 in the college semifinal.
What quarter?
5 minutes left in the third.
That is currently what the Oregon defense is saying then.
Yeah, it appears every time Indiana gets the ball, they just score touchdowns. So what do you do?
All right, your mom is in on roasting you 1 foot up a stepladder, and you're done for height.
Oh, no, I do ladders okay. It's always seeing there's a vertigo thing too. So vertigo, at least for me, like you can be on a ladder, but then there's all that open space around you.
Yep.
And it fucks with your head way more than anything. Like you're just kind of almost like your head's disembodied. You're just like floating there. You're just floating there, and it's like, yeah, no, this ain't for me. This ain't for me. I'm good.
Yeah, I do have well, let's see. Before I get to that, Christine, Facebook friend Christine says she is out for the night, which is fantastic for you. Have a good evening.
Deuces.
And then we'll get to this one in a minute. But first, I want to say I agree with you on the whole vertigo and being like disembodied from your own body.
It's weird.
I have a client where I have to get up in the rafters, kind of. It's not so much rafters, but it's like scaffolding that I got to go up and check like insect light trap.
God.
Not a fan of it. And I just found out a few weeks ago that there's a door right by my light trap that leads to the roof, which was a fun visual. But yeah, I have to keep going up there, so I'm fine with that particular height. There's plenty of high railings. I don't have to worry about going ass over tea kettle down to the floor to my death. So I think I'll be all right there. And I think I've just made Amber worry about me on my job even more now that I said that. Let's see. Oh, Liz also says bye bye, but I think that might be directed to Christine. Scully's gonna keep it going, actually. He asks Miami or Indiana winning the Natty.
I don't. Miami's got a couple of, one first rounder on their defensive line. There might be two there. I don't know where the other one will go. Ruben Big Jr. I don't know.
And former Georgia quarterback Carson Beck.
I'm not.
Who has experience in championship games and has won 2 titles with Georgia.
I want to see Indiana win it all.
So do I.
I love that coach. I like the fucking gonads he's got. Like, Google me, I win. And guess what he does? Wins.
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 Yeah, hey. Kurt Cignetti is going to go down as an absolute legend for pulling Indiana out of the doldrums. Like, it was just a few short years ago that Wisconsin was hanging 82 on these guys.
Yep. And oh, how those programs have changed.
Yes, sir.
Yep. And what did Wisconsin do? Well, they kept their coach.
Yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. You know, I hope a couple of these transfer kids hit. Like, maybe. That's kind of a hope and a dream at this point.
Because it's been the same every year he's been here. Oh, we got this quarterback from the transfer portal, and guess what happens? They suck or they get hurt every fucking year. But if you want to have false hope and keep on doing it, then keep on doing it. It's all good. You just got to hope. But I don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, at least he's kind of eased up on doing the jump around clip every time they sign someone. So,
God.
like, good for him.
Yeah, who knows?
Well, all right. I think, I don't know. I might dig around and see if there's any other big Wisconsin hauntings that we have not covered. And I might throw up a poll on that this weekend if I find enough. Ooh, here we go. Liz actually coming in hot here. McDonald's or Burger King for life?
Ooh.
Which would you choose?
God dang. I love both, as I do have an affinity for all fast food, but I've always been a McDonald's fan. But damn, there's something to be said about them Burger King burgers and the Whoppers. I'll give you that much. And they do have onion rings there, which I don't eat anymore, sadly, but they're fucking awesome. I gotta go with, just because taking Arby's roast beef out of the equation, if we're going for fast food burgers, the McDouble is the greatest of all time. I got to go with McDonald's. Got to.
Yeah. I'm also gonna go with McDonald's. I do enjoy me a nice Big Mac. The McDouble is great, like you've said. The bacon double's actually pretty fucking good too. I mean, then you look at the chicken nuggets, and you really can't go wrong. I mean, the only thing I really skip on the menu as far as dinner items is the fillet of fish, and I don't think I'm really missing anything.
I love the fillet of fish. It's hit or miss for people, but I love it. Also, French fries. McDonald's for fast food French fries. There ain't no second. Here's McDonald's. Second place is off the fucking chart. They ain't even close. Gotta love
For
them.
sure. And they taste way better unsalted. But it's very rare that any McDonald's store is going to hook you up with unsalted fries.
Man, that's true.
All right. Scully comes in with another one. Is Jefferson Starship We Built the City really the worst song?
Who in the hell is saying that?
It's the Drizzling Shits.
I like that song. I don't have a problem with We Built This City.
I wouldn't say it's the worst.
No. Because what's the other one that everybody knows them by? I'm trying to think of it. It's better than that. I like it better than the other. I can't fucking think of the song though. We built this city. Oh, it's right there. Somebody tell me it so I can stop thinking of it. No.
Liz says she loves that song. I'm neutral on it. I don't hate it. I don't. It's there.
It was voted worst song of the 80s in 2011.
Oh, Mama Deal's coming through and says you can order unsalted at McDonald's. Well, tell me which one and I'll go to it.
God, who would want to do that? Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now. That's a far better song.
Agreed.
Far better song. God, worst song in 2011. I think. Man, of all the songs in the 80s, they had that. Of all the new wave shit songs from Great Britain, get the fuck out of here. I mean, Culture Club had at least 3 songs that were worse than that.
You're not wrong.
No. Oh, goodness.
Amber, I think I did cover the Maribel Caves at some point. Might be worth a revisit though.
Oh, Facebook friend Christine says she does order them no salt every time. First off,
why mom said the same thing, so
why do we need them without salt? Salt is good for you. You'll be okay if you eat like one French fry a day. If you order a McDonald's large French fry, it's not like you're gonna order 7 of them in a day and eat them all. Like, you'll be all right. Salt's good. It's natural from the earth. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about worst songs,
they pour it on. Well, Facebook friend Christine, you go right across the street there. You go to Arby's and get the curly fries then.
Perfectly seasoned every time.
Perfectly seasoned every time. And you better get Arby's sauce with it. Otherwise, we're going to have problems. So worst songs like of all time or just the 80s? Done. Good.
If we nail it down to just the 80s.
Oh, boy, that's a lot of songs.
I mean, we certainly have some choices.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot.
So many that we may have to turn that into a Mount Rushmore.
I'm trying to think of a song from the 80s that I hate.
I mean, given that it's you, there's not really very many songs from the 80s that you hate.
No. That is a fact.
I mean, there's some that you certainly love less than others.
God, I just Googled it. These are all, songs you. Okay, Hangin' Tough by the New Kids on the Block is a great song.
I love how you look at that whole ass list and you get offended because Hang Tough is on the list.
Man, their best song is the worst of them? No, stop it. A lot of these songs I have not even heard of. Milli Vanilli? No. Okay, no.
Yeah, I mean, Milli Vanilli was terrible only because they lip synced.
And Party All the Time by Eddie Murphy, that's a great song.
Best fucking song of all time.
It's JP's favorite song. It was.
Right.
Electric Avenue by Eddie Grant. Yeah, that one's rough.
Yeah, that's a bit rough. I think Electric Slide was the 80s, wasn't it?
Could be. That one's terrible too. But okay, within the
it's
first
a song about dildos, so what do you expect?
What do you expect? Within the first 22, 3 of them are from Milli Vanilli. No, this list is inaccurate. Wind Beneath My Wings? Oh my god. Oh god, this is We Built This City, number 25.
See, even they couldn't put We Built This City at number 1.
They put Wango Tango by Ted Nugent as number 29. Unacceptable.
Not his best.
Not his best, but Jesus.
Oh, here we go. We can get behind this one. Next week, why don't we do the biggest one-hit wonders?
Didn't we already do that?
I don't think so. I mean, if we did, it's part of the lost season and it's been eradicated from the internet. So if we hit it again, we hit it again. It'd be fine.
Could have, yeah. Informer by Snow? No, that is not a terrible song. Okay.
Oh, Amber says I Ran by Flock of Seagulls is terrible.
That is a solid effort song. Not the greatest, but would it be in my Rushmore of bad 80s songs? God, probably not. Although I'm with you. It's not great. Okay, here's Hangin' Tough again on a news site. What is people's problem? When I'm With You by Sheriff is an awesome song. Oh, this is terrible. Lean on Me by Club Nouveau, that is a fucking awful song.
Lean on Me's good.
Not that version of it.
Point taken.
Together Forever by Rick Astley? Okay. No.
That one I am offended by.
Yeah.
That should not be on a worst songs list.
Rick Astley? Never. Ugh.
And we're never going to give him up.
Mm-hmm. Man, that is rough. Lists of music considered the worst on Wikipedia? Okay. Let's see what the 80s has. Well, this is weird. That's just a weird website in general. Oh my god, Rolling Stone top 5 worst songs of the 80s?
Okay, let's see what Rolling Stone's got to say.
The 4 runner-ups. All right, what do we got? Where is it? Let's see. We Built This City. Oh boy.
Everybody's got that one.
Okay, here it go. Well, where's my little next? Where's the next button? It's not, I don't understand where it went. It's just here. It's gone. I don't know. Wait, here. Men Without Hats, the safety dance, which is bad.
But it's not the worst.
Wake Me Up Before You Go Go?
Oh,
No.
hell no.
Wait a minute. Chris de Burgh, Lady in Red? That is great song. The
I am
final
fully
countdown.
offended.
Oh no, the final countdown. Yeah, I am not the biggest fan of that song, but
No way should it be anywhere near a worst songs of the 80s list.
yeah. And then this is from Rolling Stone, so that does say the Jefferson Starship one. So I might write a strongly worded email about all this New Kids on the Block hate these lists got going on, because that ain't right. What'd they ever do to you? You know?
Now, go back through that Rolling Stone list real quick.
Well, there's only 5 on that one.
Oh, I know, but I've already forgotten which one I was most offended by.
Lady in Red.
No, there was the one before that, I think.
Wham! Wake Me Up Before You Go Go.
Before that.
God damn it! Now I got to go look up the fucking article again because I don't remember which song it was. Luckily, it's right here. Let's see what we got. Oh, Men Without Hate. Yeah, you know, the final countdown.
Okay. No, it was the safety dance.
Ugh.
I actually love that song. I would not put it anywhere near my top 10 list of anything.
Yeah.
But there is a very nuanced reason why I like that song. It's loosely based on the dancing disease that a German city got back in the 1500s. Loosely based on that.
Is
Yeah,
that
it was.
dancing disease called herpes, Corey?
No, it was like no, it was just like this weird. I don't want to say it was an infection, but I think it was like a mass hysteria event, and people just started randomly dancing, and people actually died from it.
In 1518, there's the dancing plague of 1518.
Yes,
Wikipedia. Somewhere between 50 and 400 people took to dancing for weeks.
yeah.
What the fuck? I mean, I am not going to read all that. Let's see, okay. They danced themselves to death?
Yeah.
Well,
I was not kidding, dude.
Some are claiming it was some sort of plague that killed them, but they made them go dance themselves to death. Jesus Christ. There's no resources about any of the fatalities, which is weird. The final death toll is
1518, dude.
Yeah, the final death toll is not known. The modern theories include food poisoning, stress-induced mass hysteria. I mean, folks, the stuff you learn here, you ain't gonna learn anywhere else. The dancing disease of 15.
Yeah, you can thank this brain right here for retaining so much useless information.
Man, that is something. I'm waiting for that one to be on Jeopardy. Is what I'm waiting to be on.
I think it already has been.
Ah, fuck. Fucking Ken. Well, I suppose it's about time for us to get the hell out of here, ain't it?
Yeah, I would say so. Hold on.
No, what? No.
Do you believe we are controlled by fate or free will?
There's fate and destiny in it all. Gotta be.
Yeah, I feel like there is some level of fate or destiny to be had there. Free will only gets you so far.
Got to be.
All right. Well, on that note, um, we'll be back next week, 7:30, right here on YouTube and Facebook. We will be going through Wildcard Weekend. We'll be doing the divisional round pairings for the NFL playoffs. We will do Florida man versus Midwest guy, unless the women of the Midwest wind up misbehaving again, in which case we'll cover that too. Um, we'll do some more spooky talk. I do think we will do a little revisit on the Mirabelle Caves, and then we'll throw in a little something else just for fun. More true facts that sound like bullshit, more of your questions, and a mystery Mount Rushmore, which we will determine probably after we get off the air. So, that being said, thank you for everybody for joining us today. I'm CMC. That over there is MCKD. We are the WIdiots, and you can find us right back here, 7:30 next Friday night. What the hell else are you gonna do? Come in and enjoy what little intelligence we have. Have a good time. Leave your worries at the door. We love most of you. And on that note, good night.